The elephant is the angel you need for social anxiety. What is the first message for those of us who struggle with social anxiety? The elephant says, to be strong in the heart and let that be your anchor. The elephant says, I am tall and so are you. We are meant to walk this earth with height and grandeur. Do not feel as if you must bow your head in shame or anxiety simply because of who you are. We may bend in connection, but not in shame. Make peace with what you are. You are grander than you believe. What the elephant wants to show you. The elephant shared visuals with me. Here is my interpretation of those visual messages. Imagine a baby elephant coming up to you, its ears twirling, its tail flicking, a mother watching in the background. The baby elephant wants to cuddle and be held. It wants to tussle. It wants to hug. It wants to be held and set free to run and play chase. Elephants are like angels who came down to earth to play. They may be clumsy and tumble, but they are filled with exuberance. Now, imagine you are very tall. Imagine seeing from the elephant's point of view. The elephant stands tall, but not from ego. It is not pride or control, but freedom that makes the elephant so poised. He is free to be himself. He knows himself. He knows his own strength. It keeps him full, the knowledge of his strength. The elephant walks heavily. It makes noise. It does not try to change itself or its ways, but walks forward with joy, with childlike wonder, seeking play, seeking wonder. It is like you if you were never withheld, if you were able to grow in paces, increasing in strength, naturally, without control and without restraint. If an elephant with wings were to fall, it would tumble, make a big noise, shake off the dust, and run and play some more before urging itself back into the sky. The elephant is not embarrassing or embarrassed. They are resilient animals with emotional resonances. They grieve, they relate to one another, and they play. Now, you have a better understanding of the elephant. I asked the elephant, how can you help us with rumination, like when we ruminate over how we acted during a social interaction? This is what the elephant said. Call to the elephant for guidance. The elephant provides earthly weight for your anxiety, which may make you feel unstable. The elephant's energy is grounding. You must get stable before you can heal. In response to an anxious, intrusive thought, the elephant may shrug and blow its trunk and walk back into the fray. I asked the elephant, what about social anxiety? Can you help us there? And this is what the elephant said. Visualize a stormy gray elephant, laughing, shaking its ears, tilting its head back, and opening its mouth, asking for a hose. Now, imagine you are the elephant asking for the hose. Let the water guzzle down your throat until you choke and snort, and your eyes run, and you have mucus running down your nose, and smile. For if you're afraid of one thing, you might as well be afraid of it all. Or you could ask for it directly and see that it's only water, i.e., your anxiety. And it can only make you choke until you decide to clear your throat. So let's take the anxiety like a hose. Guzzle and guzzle until you can't take it anymore. Then laugh, wipe your eyes and your nose, and say, "Let's go for more. Tomorrow." And a message from me inserting myself into this response. This is kind of like exposure therapy, where you expose yourself to your anxieties until they can't hurt you anymore. I have experienced exposure therapy under the guidance of an OCD therapist, and I've also done it on my own in my personal life. I would highly recommend working with a licensed professional, or at the very least starting small with small exposures, because exposure therapy can be very overwhelming. Okay, now back to the elephant's message about social anxiety. You think it is natural anxiety. It is not. It is a byproduct of being an adult. You left your childish ways behind and became an adult. It means there is no room for fun anymore. You have tied your hands to your sides, and you walk with a back bent over. Let the elephant walk behind, stick its trunk under you, and nudge you, so you wobble and startle and fall backwards, and start to see that life is not all bad things and work meetings and painful visits to the mirror. Life is also standing from a high place and looking out over the water. What can we learn from how the elephant moves through the world? The lesson of stateliness. When you embody the elephant, you are not just tall, you are stately. You walk calmly, you walk with the gods, you walk with reverence toward the earth. When you greet others, you are playful, not needing their energy. But you are encouraged by reciprocal energies of a person's openness or open-heartedness. You see, you connect through the heart. Connecting is a wonder and a gift to you because it may not happen often. The elephant says, "Stand tall from where I am and look down. See the people? I see them from a place of wonder. I think, oh, look at you. How wonderful." And if they smile back and look happy to see me, even more wonderful. If not, I turn from them and go to my watering hole. Sometimes there are those who flash red or storm black like hate, but these we leave alone. Only if necessary do we face them down, but in these cases we are not afraid. I asked the elephant, "Can you explain how to develop stateliness?" And this is what the elephant said. Stateliness comes from the heart. The elephant is stately because its heart is open and unafraid. This is how you are also intended to be, to have a heart that is open and unafraid. On a deeper level, you know this to be true. You know this to be your natural state. But you have been afraid to let go of your anxiety, which traps your heart keeping it mostly closed. You have been afraid to let go, for without anxiety, you wonder, how will I be safe? Embody the elephant to start existing in this state of stateliness. It is natural for you to be strong. You will feel much more comfortable if you let yourself be big. I asked the elephant, how can people like me embody the elephant on a daily basis so that we slowly free ourselves from social anxiety? And the elephant said, when you see someone, ask yourself, do I wonder or do I recoil? If I recoil, is it that I am not myself anymore and therefore suddenly afraid? Practice becoming who you want to be, and then take this person into the world. When you like you, suddenly you do not care. Life becomes a game of playing, of seeing who decides to show up and partake. The more you know of yourself, the more you will not need anxiety anymore. Okay, and then I asked one more question to the elephant. If I am struggling to understand how to be like the elephant, what are practical things I can do to learn these lessons? And the elephant shared 4 things that you can do today or this week to help. 1, adorn yourself in a necklace with an elephant pendant. Let it lay on your chest with some weight to remind you that strength resides in the heart. 2, smell with joy, in particular, the smells of cooking, of food transforming into energy. It is your duty to bear weight on your bones, to be grounded here in your body. 3, look outside the window and smile because you live inside a home. It is a place that is stable. It is flat under your feet without sharp sticks poking you. It is a foundation. And number 4, in those anxious moments, simply ask to be like the elephant. And that's it. That is the message for today from the elephant. Please share what you learned from this video in the comments below, and like and subscribe for more healing messages from the animal kingdom. Thank you for tuning in.